An update from GDOT about the roads. Officials say crews will continue treating the roads with salt and plow areas that didn't dry yesterday. They say crews are working 12-hour shifts, saying most of the state routes are dried well yesterday, but there are still some icy spots here in the area. If you do have to drive, just be aware that black ice could form, so drive carefully out there. They say if the road looks wet, assume it is ice. As for South Carolina, they're warning you about the same thing. They also say you can salt your driveways and sidewalks to cut down on any frozen areas around your home. And remember, just slow down and give yourself some distance between you and the car in front of you. Avoid any sudden acceleration or braking. And if you do have to skid, or you do kind of start to skid, look and steer in the direction you want to go. Gently let off the gas and ease back onto it too if you're going uphill. All right, now let's send things out to your Gunter Schroeder. Gunter, how are the road conditions out by you?
Well, we're actually near a pretty large patch of ice here on Harlem Grovetown Road, just across the street from Grovetown Middle School, and you can probably attribute these sorts of patches of ice, the big ones where you have to go pretty slowly on them, as we've seen cars just crawling by here at well under the speed limit. Maybe that's the biggest reason why every single one of our school districts decided to cancel school, or at least go for an e-learning day at the middle school, elementary school, and high school levels today, and of course some higher education starting a little bit later on too. Crews have helped clear much of the hazard, but of course conditions for black ice have stuck around in much of the CSRA, and in places where you're not getting a bunch of sunlight like we are here, where there's a lot of tree cover just across the street here, the roads have remained slick, and crews have continued to work around the clock on those 12-hour shifts, as you just heard from the Georgia Department of Transportation. But they say they've actually managed to clear all of the state roads and are now working on making sure that some of the local roads that they are treating are made sure that those are clear for now as well. And we also are hearing that they expect today's weather to play a big part too. Obviously, a very sunny day outside. We will get well above freezing in the afternoon hours, and that is when they expect much of the ice that hasn't already melted to go ahead and melt. But we have seen some evidence of this past weekend, some very slick road conditions. Actually, a guardrail bent over here just down the road, so some evidence of potentially a car crash if, as we just heard, a car maybe sliding around. Very easy to do that in these sorts of road conditions. And as you've heard, very slick road conditions in the CSRA in many places still, prompting, of course, safety is on the mind of many school district and employees, just to make sure everyone's staying safe when they come into school. And they've said they expect much of the ice to melt, of course, over the next 24 hours or so, and that's good news for those driving around. And we still haven't heard yet back about what school will look like in the CSRA tomorrow, but obviously with these ice patches still up in the air for now, Nick, we'll have a little bit more on that a little later on.